Hey guys, we're here in Pattaya, Thailand, me and Fox.
Yo, what's up, man?
Hey, we're just having a breakfast here, the all-you-can-eat breakfast included. But you know what? I paid $14.40 for this room, so got to get my money's worth on this free breakfast.
Honestly, we went a little above budget, honestly, here.
We were
aiming for $10. We came in at like $14.40, but you got to make exceptions sometimes.
Yeah, you got to stretch it, So we've been having a terrible time, as you might guess. Fox, how many chicks have you nailed so far?
What, since last
Since
night?
you got here.
Oh, just the one. But it's only been one night.
No, since you came to Thailand.
A few.
Yeah, regular chicks.
Yeah.
Sweet regular chicks. But this episode, I kind of feel I have done a disservice to you guys because I've always said I don't like girls that you're paying for. I don't like the sex industry, right? But actually, it's gonna. I think there's one part of it that's very important to know when you travel. Southeast Asia, girly bars. What is kind of the way to think about them? And I don't know if this will probably be a short episode, but just kind of give you guys. I think everybody kind of wants to know what to do. And when I got to Asia, I'd go to those places, because when I first got here, like in '89, I was like going to those places with my friends. They all wanted to go, right? We're all young guys. I was hanging out with these Swedish guys, and they were like, let's go, Patpong. At that time it was Patpong, right? And there was all these other bar that are gone now, right? Yeah. And so we go there, and we didn't know what we're doing. And then we would sometimes have bad experiences. Like the girls would be angry, or they would kind of push us out of the bar, and we never knew what we did wrong. And the thing is, there's rules. There's things that you need to know in order to be a good customer, right? And so one of the things is that what I figured out, kind of like the best rules that I have. I would say the Ronin rules, but they're very flexible because I want to learn from you guys. I know there's some guys who are real pros at these bars, go all the time. So what would I say? The number one thing is to understand their situation. So what a lot of guys do is they're all excited. They're willing to pay for girls. Like they got money in their pocket, burning a hole, right? And they don't know what to do. And then the girls get angry at them. But what did they do wrong? So, for example, you go to Soy Cowboy, right? You might go to a bar like Baccarat. Baccarat has like a see-through ceiling, and the girls don't wear panties. So you can it's the only one where you can kind of see something, right? So the girls are like dancing in these bikinis, and they used to take them off and they give you a blowjob in the bar, but none of that happens anymore. Now it's like straight up. They're wearing these whatever they are, some kind of bikini strip club clothes,
Yeah.
And so they're dancing, right? And okay, what do you do? What do you do? So first thing is, they're providing a lot of value to you, right? They're looking at you, they're smiling, they're giggling, they're flirting. And a lot of guys, they take that for granted. They're like, oh, I'm just going to sit here. This girl's like a robot. They're all going to flirt with me, and then I'm going to leave. It's like, it's not, I know that seems easy to do, and you can do that. They will accept you. These bars are pretty flexible too. Like they've seen all kind of guys, drunken guy. They've seen every drunken Russian guy who starts to brawl in there. Like they've seen everything. So, but it doesn't make them happy. Like how? Yeah, that's what I'm really trying to teach you is how to go to these places, and be the cool guy and have fun.
Yeah.
And they like you. They kind of want you to come back, right? Okay. So the first thing is you don't spend a lot of time in there. You go to one bar. So you basically, if you know somebody who knows the scene, you want to know, let's say 3 bars, and they're all different. So one is one scene, the other is the other scene, and then there's the third scene. And you kind of want to see the different scenes that exist. And as you go to these bars, you'll see what I mean. They're completely different vibes, completely different things are going on, right? So I would say just try to find 3 good bars. And then so the first one, you want to go in, I would say like Baccarat. Baccarat would be a good one to start. It's right near all the food and everything, and probably where your hotel is. And what you do is the first thing you do is you start on the other end of the road, right? That's another thing. You don't want to go back and forth on these roads.
Yeah.
Like the girls get tired of you. It's like a one-time shot. So Baccarat's on one end of the road, right? And you start on the other end, like on the Terminal 21 end, okay? And then when you get as soon as you hit the bar girl area, you are part of the show. Okay? Here's what's ruining these places is people go in there and take pictures of the girls. Like, they fucking hate that.
Yeah.
The girls do not want pictures. Why? Probably a million reasons. Their parents, they might be married. They might have a guy overseas paying them to not be a bar girl. You know, they could have a million reasons. They might be embarrassed of it. There could be a million in their family. There could be a million reasons why they don't want you to take a picture. You never take a picture. You notice I never have videos of the bar girls. Because I could easily hide a camera and have really good videos for you guys. But I don't have them. Why is that? Because I respect the situation. Not that I'm worried about them kicking my ass. Actually, I'm not worried about that. I want to be a good citizen wherever I go. You know, I'm a player, so I want to have fun. I don't want to be a chump in the system. But at the same time, I support the ecosystem that's there.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like part of it.
It's fun.
It's fun, and I'm going to do my part.
Yeah.
So I come, as soon as I get to the end of the road, what I do is I realize that they're putting a lot of energy looking at me, right? And so you might think, oh, I have to give them money. No, you don't have to give them money. But you have to play the game with them. Like, their lives are hard. Their job sucks. Like, if you play the game, they actually have fun. Like, so as soon as you get there, you're ready to be expressive. You're ready to laugh. You're ready to high five people. You know what I mean? Like, you're ready to, if they come up and, like, say, grab you, you don't get angry, right? It's just you think of a way, or you talk to your friends that live there, and they'll tell you a way that you can do it with class, okay? You do not want to be pushing people away. You don't want to be putting people down, no matter what they do. It's all part of the show. It's just something you haven't seen yet. So if you don't know what to do, just don't do anything. Just like stand there for a second and then look around at other people, and then you'll see somebody else in the situation getting away, and you'll be like, okay, I get it, right? Because I think a lot of guys, they grab onto them, and then they get really angry. And that the whole street, it ruins the vibe of the whole street. Like, guys can really affect the vibe. I've seen this happen a lot. Like, a girl might even quit because of that. You know, just because she's just like, God, I'm out there, you know what I mean? And the guy's just like, fuck, you know. You got to be playful. Ties are playful. So you're playful. So you kind of like, you can do all kinds of things. Like, I know, you know, one of the old tricks with pickup is you can grab their hand and spin them around like a princess. You just kind of got to do something so that the interaction ends and you move on, right? So you might do something like that, spin them around, you know, get them giggling, get them laughing, give them the thumbs up, move on. So you can win it. It's like, you don't have to be like you think, push them away, or, you know, in my country that's illegal, that's sexual assault. that's what guys do, right? You know what I mean? They start complaining about,
go with the first
like, if I did that back home, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, just roll with it, okay?
Yeah.
The trannies are gonna come up and grab your dick. Like, some girls are gonna grab your dick. You're gonna, as you walk through there, like, shit's gonna happen, right? So you just gotta roll with it, right? You know, anything they say, you joke about it. You know, you're just kind of always joking, right? If the girls like, you know, say you got a big schlong and the girl grabbed it, she goes, wow, very big, to her friends. You go, no, very small. You're like, very, very small. And then everybody's laughing, right? So you're just kind of constantly like joking around. You're just kind of like just playing off whatever's going on. You know, never take it too seriously. It's all kind of a show, right? And then you move on, you keep walking, then get to Baccarat. So now you're there. Just go ahead and go inside. I avoid any bars where they're trying to pull me in, usually. Anything that, if I don't know the bar, now I know Baccarat, but any bar you don't know and they're trying to pull you in, it's just general rule they're not good. Yeah, you want the bars where they're not pulling you in, or the restaurants, or whatever. You know, anytime they're trying to pull you in, those people pulling you in are getting money. They're getting like a commission for bringing you in. And so that means people don't go in naturally to that bar, which means the place sucks. It's not always true, but it's pretty much generally true.
Does that apply to like Soy 6? Like here?
I don't know Soy 6 that well because they kind of all of them pull you all the time.
Trying to grab I think it's just because of the
yeah, if they're all doing that, then it's just the way it is that night, you know. But even Soy 6, it's going to change every night.
Yeah.
The off season, on season. Right now is off season, so they're going to be a little more aggressive than on season because there's so many guys coming, right? Yeah. Just kind of read the room, read the situation, and okay, so now you're in Baccarat. You want to sit in a good seat. That's like a general thing you want. Like if I walk in, the general reason why would I go to these places? I never go on my own, okay? I'd never, ever go on my own. But let's say a friend is visiting. So friend's visiting from Japan, friend's visiting the States, and he's never been. I'm just like, hey, we got to take you out. You got to see the scene, right? So I'll take him to Baccarat to start. And it's convenient to where I hang out, too. So it's like right there. Like it's 100 meters and I'm there, right? 200 meters, like boom. I love that. I hate taxis and arguing. And, you know, it's like, phew. One minute I'm eating like my $3 dinner, enjoying myself. The next minute I'm styling my friend out, right? That's perfect, right? And I just walked over there, right? So then I get there, and then I look at tables because it's got that glass ceiling thing, but you can only see that if you're in the front seats, right against the stage. So I kind of like, if I get to a new bar, I'll kind of look at it. What does this bar have? Like, where is the place to sit? Because that matters a lot. If you're right in that place, you're going to get a lot of smiles, a lot of attention, and you'll have a lot of fun. If you go again the corner, in the back, one, you can't see the glass. Not that it's that exciting, but you're there to get the most you can, right? You want to fucking milk that place, right?
Yeah.
So then I might say like, I might go over to the mama-san and say, hey, when does it usually mellow out where I can get a table there? And she'll say, 9 o'clock. Okay, I'll come back. What's your name? That's the other thing. Next thing is always, if you really want to play this game, talk to the mama-san. The mama-san is your friend. So find out her name. Just get the mama-san. You don't want to do it if you're not going to do anything. Like, she's a heavy hitter, so don't pull her in if you're not doing shit. Like what if, like, for example, the scene I was thinking of, my friend is coming he's there for the first time, and he wants to take a girl home. Okay, he wants to actually take a girl. So he's going to pay. So what I'll do is I'll get the mama-san over and I'll say, hey, what's your name? I'll say, so the mama-san, I'll flirt her up, right? Even though she's old. I'll say, oh, you're the prettiest girl here, you know. And she'll know, okay, this guy's a pro. And immediately she'll treat me so. She'll look at me like, what do you want? And I'll say, get her a drink, you know, because they cost nothing, right? And I'll just little things, right? It's like you're kind of like, you're this guy who knows what's up. So I'll get her a drink. It doesn't matter if she drinks it, right? And then also I'll tell her she's the prettiest girl in the bar, right? Boom, done. She's yours. Some girls they're totally cool when you do that. Some of the mama-sans are like, this girl's been here for like 3 days. She's brand new. She's never going with, she'll tell you the truth.
I had a mama-san.
Yeah.
Wanted to fuck me. I could tell.
Yeah. Mama-sans definitely try to fuck you. Yeah, for sure.
I think that means she likes you, right? Like, if they want to fuck you, they're a dude. Like, this guy's cool.
Exactly. And like, I had a situation which I might have talked about, but I got one time to Pattaya. This is like, maybe like 28 years ago. But there was a convention. No hotels were free. Not one room. Not one room in the whole city was free. And I was like there for a convention. And I was like, fuck, what am I going to do? And then I just thought of all my skills. I thought, what am I going to do? Go to a bar. Like, see what the mama-san, she might know. Same thing. Ordered a drink, sat her down, got her name, told her she's the prettiest girl in the bar, or prettiest girl in Thailand, whatever. And then she's like, what do you need? And I said, well, we don't have a fucking place to stay. We got no room. And she was like, well, we got rooms in the back. She goes, you guys would be a good addition to this place. No one sleeps inside the bar, okay? Like, I'm asking for something that nobody gets. And I just treated her good. And she's like, we got rooms that the girls sleep in, and like, we'll just put you in there. And she said the only thing is some nights on the girls that night off, they might have to sleep in the bed with you, but not for sex, just to sleep there. Is that cool with you? And I say, yeah, we don't care at all, because we're going to be going to this convention, and we just need a place to stay, like downtown, right? We don't want to be fucking, hour out of town, right?
Jungle.
Yeah, we don't want to be up in the jungle. So she was like totally cool. She introduces me around the bar. All the girls like, Like it kind of like it was a perfect setup for taking girls. I didn't take any girls, but looking back, it was one of my best opportunities, right? And so then I got the room, and my friend, we both had this room, and it was a funny time. It ended up being very, very fun to stay in that bar. Like it was a blast actually, and I slept good and everything, and everybody treated me very nice, and so it was totally cool. But it came from just knowing who can do things, and the mama-sans can do things. I'm not saying you'll ever be able to pull that off, but just know that they know things. They know what's up. They know you. They can get stuff done. They know the hospital number. They know the guys have had heart attacks in their bars. Guys have gotten married with girls in their bars. They've been to weddings. Like they know a lot. These mama-sans, man. They know what's up, and if you treat them good, usually they used to work in the bar too. Like fuck, anything's possible. They might offer you to buy the bar. You might be able to make money. Like it's possible. I know guys have made money on bars. I know a lot of guys have lost money too. But with the right bar, you can definitely make money, right? I don't recommend it. I'm not saying it's high on my investment list. But if you got money to burn, it could be a pretty hilarious thing to do, you know. But just don't want a bar for a while, right? Just don't want a bar in Pattaya, you know. Like, you know, that would be fucking, to me, that would just be hilarious, you know. And it's small money too. But anyway, so okay, so that's the other thing. Is that you're not alone. Like there's things you can know that will make you more comfortable. Okay, so the next thing is drinks. Okay, so they're gonna bring you a drink. Okay, turn down any girl who meets you at the door. Okay, I know it's not easy for some guys. I'm not good at it myself. I'm terrible at saying no. I'm good at getting girls to say yes, but I'm actually terrible at saying no. If a girl grabs me, it's like hard for me to get rid of her and still be like myself, like nice. Like it is. Some guys are really good at it. Like this is one of my things I don't have skills at. Like the girls come up to me and grab on me, and they're like, as long as they're not too outrageous. Like I have trouble getting rid of them. You know, I'm not the best at that. I actually could use some help on that one. But so anyway, you don't want the girls at the door, and the reason why is because it's dark in there, and any girl who's at the door, it means she's not hot enough to be on the stage, and it means that she's lower quality or older or something. There's some reason why she's not hot stuff up on the stage, right? If you're going to get a girl or talk to a girl, buy a girl, you want the hot stuff, right? The new one, the fresh one, the sweet one, the eyes, the hair, and as you get adjusted to this darkness, you'll realize that there's a big difference in girls there. Even in a bar with a lot of old, ugly bar girls, there's going to be one probably pretty hot young girl. There's going to be one. Maybe in the back, maybe you got to ask the mama-san, but they usually have something they can pull out of their hat, like a pretty decent one, right? That's worth, whatever you want to do, right? So anyway, so that's it. So I order one drink. I don't drink, so I get a Coke. Cokes are small. Again, like I said before, they're giving you a lot of value, so don't take advantage of it. Don't be a cheapskate. Okay, you can buy a drink. It's usually about, I don't know what it is now, but last time I was like 100 baht. $3, right, is a very fair price for a drink with smoking hot girls, or even just with girls trying to entertain you. Pretty good deal. So don't take advantage. Don't sit there for an hour with that drink. And don't order 3 drinks because they're not selling drinks. They're basically selling time at that table. And you got a good chair now because you listened. So you're right in the front. You're looking up at the fucking snatches. You're having a good time. Everybody's hitting on you. Drink your drink pretty fast, maybe 15 minutes, and you're out of there. Okay? You saw what you saw. Now you go to the next bar. Okay? And then the way the Thais are, they don't appreciate good customers. You get the best service the first time with Thais. So always go to the new place. They never stay in one place. Your service is always going to go down. So you paid for your drink. I don't know if you leave a tip. I can't remember. I don't think you do. I don't think you have to. The key thing is don't stay long. That's the key thing. Don't get like an expensive wine or try to get that, or you know what I mean. Like that's not going to make them happy. Because a lot of times you don't even know what makes them happy, right? What makes them happy is you buy a drink, you drink it fast. The girls are happy when you're there. That's what the mama-san's thinking. is what makes it easy to make money. And for me, when I'm there, even though I'm not going to take the girls, I'm trying to like be part of the scene. I look around. I might high five a Japanese guy sitting next to me. You know, like kind of like, that's another thing guys do when they get there. They only talk to their friends. But, you know, it looks kind of weird, actually, because usually, like, you're the only white guy in the club.
Yeah.
Generally, right? So you're two white guys coming in, and you're just talking to each other. It does look, from the outside, it looks like you're kind of closed-minded. Like, I never fall into that. I always, like, when I get up to use the bathroom or whatever, I'll, like, see some Japanese guys. I'll be, like, high-fiving them. I'll, like, yeah, pretty. You know, I don't even talk in Japanese because it's just going to be a whole nother thing, right? And I'll be like, you know, I'll be like, I might even say something funny like, handsome man, like what the girls always say, and they'll all start laughing, right? You know, like, just do something like that. And you're bringing the vibe up, right? Because people are, some of them are sad. Some of them, you know, they just had their heart broken. Guys at bars, you know. And if you're fun with the guys and fun with the girls, like, then everybody's happy, and then everything goes great. You know what I mean? And when you make people happy in Thailand, you get rewarded. And when you make people angry and mad and sad, you also get punished. Like, it always comes back to you. It does. So people remember. Thais remember, right? It's like you think you're going to only be there once. You're going to be in that area again. You're going to see them again. People are going to see you. Your building, your where you live, your hotel. This is kind of like general rules, but in bars especially, people feel like, oh, I go there. Like an American bar, you don't talk to anybody, right? You just sit down, you do your thing. In Thailand, you're paying very small money, but you're part of something. You're kind of supporting something. You're with, you know what I mean? So next thing I'll do is get up and leave. Okay, so 15 minutes, something like that. And I'll just get up and leave, thank everybody, boom, I'm out the door. They don't feel I stayed too long. They're not angry that I took the good seat. The other guy can just take my seat now. And everybody's happy. It was fair what I did, and I feel good about myself. And when I leave, it's always good. Like, another thing you gotta make sure you pay your bill. Sometimes the bill's so cheap here that you forget. Like you might have a group of 8, and then one guy orders one drink without, like, being on the main bill, so it's on his own separate bill. Like, he didn't notice, or let's say he walked to the bathroom and got one from the bar. He didn't know it was different. You know, he pointed at his group, but the guy just made one bill. And so now there's like one extra bill that you don't know about. Like, let's say I'm kind of managing my friends, right? And so I'm like, okay, make sure, let's get all the bills. Let's pay them all. Let's get out of here. And then there's one guy who fucking somehow got a bill separate. What happens is they treat you all like criminals. Like, they all of a sudden are pissed. There's like, you're not paying your bill. And then like it's like weird. It's like, your whole group gets punished for this one guy who didn't know, right? He didn't even do anything wrong, really. A lot of times he didn't even do anything wrong. He thought it was on the other bill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you got a group that's like 8, and there's like a ton of drinks on there, and he doesn't know. So make sure you get all the drinks. Like, just kind of like if you're like with a bunch of new guys. Let's say you're a new guy. You're listening to this now. You come to Thailand. You come with 4 of your friends from home. Well, then you're the old guy because you're listening to this. So you basically know now. Just tell the guys, hey, order from here. Let's keep it all. And this is a general with restaurants, everything. Every time you leave, even though it's only $3 and you left like a $30 tip, it doesn't matter. The bill wasn't paid. That bill was not paid, right? So all of a sudden you're kind of like this shame thing because you really think you paid it. Like the girl might even say, I've had this where we're leaving with a group and then the girl's like, you didn't pay your bill. Like, oh, well, yeah, we paid them all. We're good. And then we get to the door. And then they stop us. I realize they're serious. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And then she pulls some crazy bill. And then the guy's like, oh, yeah, I didn't, you know. And then you're like, oh, God. Because all of a sudden, it's just like you're on the bad side of everybody. So
Change the vibe.
Yeah, it does change the vibe. It does. It's like, it's something about Thai people. Like, don't do that. Do not do that. Like, Americans wouldn't be like that. They'd be like, oh, this guy didn't know. We got another bill. Get this one. Like, you're obviously good customers, right? The Thais know. You're all of a sudden like a bunch of scumbags. Then you pay it and you're fine in Thai's eyes, basically. But you're never the same. You're never playful. You never get back to that thing. So that's one thing. So now you're out of there and you might go to another couple bars. I would say you do your research on this one. I could give you a couple more, but I kind of want you to kind of do. I will just say this: there's 3 main bar areas now. One of them is Soy Cowboy, the other one is Nana Plaza, and the other one is Pat Pong. Those are the 3 main bar areas. So you might even pick one bar in each area and walk around, sit down in one bar, and that way you see the 3 scenes, right? You know what I mean? If you're gay, then you want to go to Pat Pong because there's like a big area called Boys Town, which it used to be all girls. But I had been there, and then I wandered in one time during Songkran where you spray water on everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
something else.
yeah, exactly. Well, I was kind of like, man, there's a lot of gay guys right here. And then all of a sudden I look up at this huge sign, Boys Town.
You're like, I was about to do the new Ronin episode. These gay guys won't stop sucking my dick. I'm about to bend them over and teach them a lesson.
That's right. What do I got to do? But like, that's kind of like how it is here. It's like, it's so funny. You can just be wandering around and the next minute you're in this completely different scene and you just kind of, you don't really notice, because especially if you're like an old timer Thailand guy, like for me, I've been there a million times. Like I'm going to show you around, right? But then all of a sudden I don't know what the fuck's going on, right? So I'm like, oh shit! Like these guys are going to get the wrong idea. So, but they were fun. Like, we did have fun, and then we walked out of there. We kept going, right? So anyway, find out what your scene is. Okay, whatever your scene is. Like I said, everybody knows I don't give a shit. Like for me, look down at your penis. Whatever makes it hard, that's what you should be doing. That's my basic rule, right? So it's your compass, right? So find 3 bars in whatever you're into and enjoy yourself. Same thing. Don't linger over drinks. Don't lead people on. Find a way to get away from the really troublesome ones. Like because if you let them stay too long, where is that smoke coming from? It's like really strong. I don't know where. Sure. It's like really strong. It's from that bitch down there.
Oh, yeah.
No way. That one fucking cunt. Two cunts.
They're double teaming.
Wow, there's 2 cunts smoking down there. It could be really strong. And they're like 30 feet away, 40 feet.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Chain smoking.
That's 2 fucking very large Ivankas. Wow, just smoking chimneys. Holy fuck. That's scary. Gotta hit on them.
Light one up for Putin, yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, just attack those other areas the same way that you attack the first area. So first you walk around. First you check the scene out. So for example, if it was me, I would not take a taxi. I would walk from Soy Cowboy, walk down to Soy 4. Nana, Soy Nana, right? And then I would walk down the street, check out the scene, and I would, Nana Plaza is going to be on your left pretty soon after you get on the road, but don't go in yet. Just go down go down to the end, till the road starts getting quiet, cross the street, go down the other side, so that you get a different experience on both sides of the road, right? That's the thing people don't realize about Thailand. It's a completely different city on the other side of the road. So never walk twice on the same side. One, you're going to bore people, and 2, you're going to be bored. So always keep exploring. Sometimes little things can make a difference. So just cross the street, go down the other side, and then you're a pro. That's right there. Pro tip.
There's an adventure awaiting for you down every alley.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You'll never know what you find.
You never know when something's going to happen. Like, I'm not mentioning it's going to just blow your mind. Something like totally hilarious. But you got to be open to it. Again, you're fun, you're open, you're joking around, you're having a good time. That's another thing. If you're walking down the street on those bar streets, like me and Fox are going down just laughing our asses off, we get offered all kinds of shit. Either it's with their eyes, with their hands, whatever, because go look at bar streets and the depression in the guy's eyes. It's not just that they're older. A lot of them are just depressed. So when you're having fun, especially if you're a younger guy having fun, and you know the rules, they would rather have an old guy who's a little depressed, but he knows the rules, rather than a young guy who's pissing him off all the time. Okay, so it's not just, don't think, oh, I'm young and handsome. No, don't think that. It's about fitting in, a lot of it. I came here respecting the situation. I came here when I was 23. So I know what I'm talking about. Like, I've been on both sides of this. Yeah, I came here as a very young buck, and I was like, whenever I broke the rules, I was not liked. And I was like, this is weird. Because I was already good at pickup. So I'm like, this is fucked up. Like, I already didn't want to pay them because I thought they should pay me. I'm like, you should, I'm doing good service here. You know what I mean?
White monkey.
That's right.
White monkey.
White the monkey this.
You pay me?
Give me money. So, but yeah, no, it's about playing by the rules. It's about being a cool guy, right? So, but as a young, attractive guy, you are more in demand as long as you play by the rules. But again, don't push your beggars can be choosers as a man. You push your luck a little bit and then you're below scum, right? So you don't want to do that, right? Always be part of the system. Like, part of the reason why you have such a good time, you think it's because you're you, but it's because you're doing it right. You're playing the game right. And that's why they're reacting that way. Is the minute you don't know what to do and you fuck it up, you'll immediately get hammered and you'll be like, oh, fuck, I didn't even know I was playing the game so well, right? So that's the next. So another thing too, I actually should mention this. Don't start at 11 o'clock at night. This is not London. This is not Madrid. You're not in a place where you got to go out late, where the hotties come out late. The hotties come out early here.
Yes.
The hotties are the hotties are fresh early.
Sunset.
And yeah, that's right. Sunset.
6:30, 7.
Yep. 6:37. You're on the road. You're at the first bar.
Yeah.
It's happening. Everybody's getting off work.
Yeah.
The people that do work in Bangkok, they're coming out, and the girls are on fire. The mama son's got them all fired up. Makeup is on. The girls haven't done like 3 short times with dudes yet. You know what I mean? They're not covered in jizz and everything.
Start of the shift.
Yeah, things are good.
And I think the best girls, like the best girls, are there at the start of the day, and then by the end of the night, I remember this. I just happened to walk through one of these streets on accident, going to meet a friend at this Italian place here that we know about, and I'm walking through. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? And they're all so fucking cute, so hot, so many of them, and I'm just like, I'm meeting my friends, so I'm just like passing by. I'm, okay, see you later. Yeah. I came back out later. I was like, oh fuck, I gotta walk through there again. Some of those girls were so fucking cute, and then they were all gone. I couldn't believe it. A couple hours later, when it's and then it makes sense. So you want to hit it right away.
Yeah, and also too, what you didn't see was the girls with the good attitudes are all gone. That's the thing that goes first, actually. Here, the girls with the good attitude, they make foreigners happy.
Yeah,
everybody's fucking happy with them. The hotties get picked just out of sheer hotness, but the ones with the good attitudes and hot, or the ones that are good attitudes, they're just fun to be with, and everybody wants to have fun. We come here to have fun, right? They're fucking gone. Now what do you got? You got the ones with the janky attitudes. That's the ones left. If you go, let's say out, let's say you go to Soy 6 like 10 o'clock. It's not I mean, there are some good ones who already did short time and they're back, but like really you're not getting the good ones. And on that note, I was walking to Cheap Charlie's for breakfast once here, and love to go to breakfast there. And I was walking over there, and I walked by a massage place, and it was early in the morning. It was like really early. It was probably, God, it had to be 7:30. It was like 7:30 in the morning, and there was a massage place that was already open, and there was like 3 girls there, and they were such good girls. Like, they were fucking fired up and friendly. And, I remember they used to be like that in 89 because they were very young, Mm-hmm. But now, like, you don't see that very often. And it was, I made that mistake. I did. Because I knew you can get a massage and anything else. And usually I don't want that. But you do have to kind of have an open mind here, because at the end of the day, they're just women, right? They're just women. Like, they like, if they really like you, they won't even charge you. Like, they're just women. Like, if you see a girl who's like super, it just vibes with you. Just really fucking vibes with you.
Big smile.
She's
totally stoked on you.
She's absolutely stoked.
She's like watching you down the street.
Yeah.
I've found a couple like that, and you're just like, fuck. Like, this is what every guy wants, really. It's a super cute girl or hot, whatever, to you. That's just like totally great vibes and totally stoked on you.
Absolutely,
and it doesn't matter like where you find her, when you see that, don't pass that up. And it's like that moment. Like she might not be there when you come back. It's like, oh, okay, I'll come back, later after breakfast. That won't be gone. She could be doing something else. So like when you see that, like realize that that's not just all the time. That girl might be stoked on you right then, right now.
And it's not even just the time, it's you.
Yeah.
It's you and her. It could be pheromones.
Yeah.
It could be just things that you usually think about with dating. It's just something about her. She sees you and she's like, that's the guy. It's not like, there was a thing called love at first sight before. And in Japanese, it's akaito. It's like a red string connecting you, right? It's like there's just something about some people where you know right away you're going to get along. So it could be a bar girl. It could be a massage girl. Anything is possible. I don't want to get you thinking that it is a bar girl because it's like, I mentioned that when I was talking about massage girls. Those are very different.
Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't saying that with bar girls, but I guess theoretically I know people that have been married to bar girls back in the 90s and they're happy. So it does happen. I mean, I'm not going to recommend it. It's the worst idea ever. But if you're an experienced guy with women and you see that look in the girl's eyes, don't write it off. Because sometimes you tend to like logically say, this can't be true, not here, this girl's got to be this, got to be that. Find out. If you sense, especially if you're not a guy who gets a lot of girls and you kind of sense that, you're like, fuck, I think this is what Ronin's talking about. Like, this chick actually is totally soaked on me for some reason.
Yeah.
Then go fucking chat her up. Just check it out. And then if it's not true, it's not true and walk away. But, I mean, like, there's a few things in your life where you're going to come across a girl where you're going to regret not doing something. I'm telling you right now, there's going to be things like that. And so, while I have rules, I don't like this, I don't like that. Those are general rules. For extreme exceptions, I try to, in fact, I look down on myself if I'm not able to be aware of what's happening in the moment. And those 1 in a million times where something very unexpected is happening, I want to be wise enough to be able to breathe and say, wait, this is something I think very unique happening. And just be aware. Like, I could be in a very unique situation that I want to follow up on, right? And I can only think of like one when it comes to girls in like Southeast Asia. But I was in Cambodia in the 90s, and we were standing on the street, me and Drink and Dave, and this guy, he brought this girl over to us, and she was like, this girl was like, I don't know what you call her. She was like a fucking deer in a head. Like, she was so cute, and just looking like just so beautiful. Like, me and Dave both regret it to this day. Both of us. Like, Dave is super experienced, and it's like we looked at her, and the guy goes, $50, virgin, and like he got her from some countryside place, and we both thought. We looked at her, we're like, this might be the case. And we were both like you guys know me, like, this is not in my wheelhouse. I am not a guy who goes out looking to pay for girls. Even on this trip, Dave was, but I wasn't. Dave was looking, so I was going with him, right? And when I looked at her, I thought, oh my God, this is like the sweetest girl. Oh my God. And then I just thought, $50? Like, back then it was like everybody was, like, even if you wanted to pay for a girl, it was $5. Yeah. That's how much it cost. This was 10 times the rate. But the thing is, looking back, that guy knew what he had. He had like an absolute fucking angel. And she just looked at me, and I looked at her, and we're just like, I was almost shy looking at her, you know what I mean? And I regret to this day, I should have fucking taken that. I should have told Dave, I'm getting this one. Yeah.
What's the weekly rate?
No, that's like basically 30. Let's see, how many years in Asia? Since 89 to now. So it's basically 36 years. Only one time. But man, I tell you.
It doesn't count as going back to a girl a second time if she never leaves you, right? Just the one-time rate.
Right. I should have just seen what was there. I should have delved in there. It was a foolish move. Like, I got my rules, right? And my rules will protect me, and they're very good. But you just have to know that there are exceptions. Very rare. Very, very fucking rare. But once in a while, there's exceptions. And you at least have to be aware there could be an extremely exceptional situation in your life where you break all your rules. And the funny thing is, that might be the thing that is important to you, right? You know what I mean? Like, who knows, right? So, yeah. Be aware. You're always in real life. You're always in real life. You're always here, and there's real life happening, right? And real crazy things can happen. And you think, oh, never happen. You fucking don't know. You fucking don't know. I think that's what I thought. I thought any girl that's charging is cold and this and that. And it's like, it's actually very hard to find a real sweetie pie. Like a total sweetie pie. And who knows how she got there, right? I have no idea what happened. You know, I have no idea. She was completely out of place, right? But that was definitely a mistake. Definitely. Even if it was just that night, like it was just a mistake. Dude, we're talking sheer beauty, right? Can you think of anything like that for you?
No.
Or just anything like that like really surprised you, where you're glad you were awake in the moment. Here.
You know, I think we were walking by, I won't say where it's at, but we were walking by a street one time, you know, you and I.
Yeah.
And there was that one girl, you know, that she was a massage girl. Just like a regular one, not like not a sexy massage. But it was like just a regular, real deal foot massage place, you know.
Yep.
And they do body massage too.
$3.
Yeah, like cheap, normal spot.
No games.
Not in a party area. And I was walking by and she saw me and I saw her and she's so cute. And she just the biggest smile. And she just kept looking at me and followed me like down the street, like leaning out of her chair, almost falling out of her chair to see me. And you were like, dude, that girl, holy shit, like that's a good one. And you saw the way she looked at me, and I saw it too, but I thought, oh, I'm with the guys.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, you know, because this is kind of a rule for myself I developed. Like when I'm with the guys, like I'm not gonna turn the guys down for some pussy because like I get girls, so like I'm not gonna screw my friends over. Yeah. For, you know, to be a horn dog, like, but then this is one of those rules where it's like, you gotta be willing to break it. The time is right, the moment's right. And I kind of looked at you, and you're like, I wouldn't pass this one up. Like this one's good. This is a good one. Yeah. And then and the truth was, I wanted to. I wanted to go see her. I wanted to talk to her, but I felt like I couldn't or I shouldn't. I felt like I shouldn't because I should turn that down and hang with the guys. But we were hanging out all day long. We had a great day.
It was the end of the day.
And you're like, dude, it's the end of the day. We're gonna go back to sleep. Go fucking see that girl. Yeah. And and it was you were right, like it was the right decision. And I went in there,
She was one in a million.
And everybody, the whole shop knew she was like in love with me, basically. They could tell. They were all fully supportive.
Of course.
And when I say this is like one of the best situations, the best experiences, just this girl just being totally in love with me. Money had nothing to do with that. It was just, when she saw me, I was like the sunshine in her life, like bursting through the clouds, you know. And she was from, you know, the countryside, from some other place. Good girl, sweet girl, and just totally feels this way. And I felt the way about her too. I thought she was so cute. And when I say it was like the fucking hottest, best thing, 100%, just easy, natural, no bullshit, no games, no like, all right, I gotta seduce her, gotta do some trick. It was just instantly there. And if I had missed that, I would have fucking regretted it, and it wouldn't have been the same. And so to give yourself the permission and allow yourself to be in a place to experience that and to be with like cool guys like Ronin who can see it and be like, don't pass that one up.
I can see it. See it. It was so obvious to me.
Yeah.
We've been walking by a million bars.
Yeah, and I saw her a couple times, and she's fucking stoked every time, and I am too, and it's great. And the whole like shop is like supportive and think it's cool, you know. And so when you have something like that, like you don't want to miss that, because when you miss it, you fucking know it. Because even like the story you just told, you never forget the ones.
No.
Never forget the ones that you shouldn't have passed up. You're like, fuck. And I've had ones where I totally missed out on it, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm such an idiot. So when you get it right, when you like you see what's happening and life is presenting you with this opportunity or this moment, and you take it, and that's the best idea at that time. That's the right thing to do at the time. You will always be glad you did. But if you pass it up, it's like, fuck, how could I not have seen that?
Yeah. And the thing is, here's the worst thing, is you think you would have regretted it, but you might not have even known it was real if you didn't go back.
Yeah.
Your brain might have said, oh, I probably was seeing things. It was like, she looked like she was really interested, but who knows? They're all fake. You just kind of like, there's a million massage girls always yelling at you. Yeah. I could see it. I was just like, go back to that one. Like, no matter what, just at least walk back to her and just see what happens. Like, I'm not saying they necessarily do it, just go back to that one. So yeah, no, I've gotten good with it. I got like an eye now where I can see it for myself and my friends. And, I guess that's the bottom line, is you're dealing with people. And, there are people who, there's extreme situations and crazy whatever the fuck, I think a lot of people, they don't do well in Thailand because they don't realize that the people are real, and they treat the people like slaves or something. Like I with this hotel, that I love this hotel, I always come back to this hotel, and I always look the people in the eye. I know the guy's name who was over here making eggs, Tom. He's not there right now. I think a girl took over, but Tom was there, and he helped me charge my phone. I didn't give him a tip. I forgot to, but I will tomorrow. We're going to be here 5 days, so he'll be even more stoked tomorrow, because he put a little tissue under my phone so it wouldn't scratch when it was getting charged. He gave me a charger behind the counter, right? So I'm going to, then tomorrow he's going to be all, oh, this guy's cool, I'm going to give him a little tip. Just a little tip, just a little bit to show that it was over. There he is. Yeah, I went over the top. He went over the top, right? So I think that's kind of like the attitude is in Thailand, is if you can be playful, and I think we should do an episode on how to be playful without knowing Thai, how to use your hands and stuff, because there's certain just games that you can play that work very well here, and they make you a fun foreigner, and you want to be a fun foreigner here. That's like a key thing. If you're a fun foreigner, it won't work in every situation, but it definitely makes people happy here. It's a funny thing, and in a way they're not really working for money sometimes. They're different here. They're definitely different. Real Thai culture is not the same as American culture. They're completely thinking different, So I guess it. The last thing is that you want to pick. So I guess I got you kind of go over things so you don't. First thing is you get to the new area, and you walk around first before you go in the bar. Look at everything, and again, you might have the bar you're planning on going to, but that you might find the one that's more enthusiastic tonight, where you change your mind. You're in the moment.
Yeah.
So you're walking around, looking at everything, and then as soon as, let's say you plan on going to one bar. Let's say you're planning on going to a bar on the second floor of Nana Plaza, right? And you know the name, you know which one you want to go to. There's 3 floors, so you want to go all 3 floors. Everyone's a different experience. Walk all the way around the 3 floors. First you walk around Soy 4, you come back, you go in down the plaza, you walk around the first floor, all those bars, walk by them all, then you go to the second floor. Again, you don't linger like drinking your Coke. You're just kind of being fun, high-fiving, joking around, going around all. And then you pick one and you go in there. Have your drink, 1 drink, 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, and leave. Yeah. And maybe leave a tip in Nana Plaza. I'm not sure. Ask the guys that are near you how much they leave, right? They might leave tips. And then you might want to go to one of the places. You might wait till another day, and then you might go to Pink Panther in Pat Pong area. And that's a good one. That's one I like. But of course, it depends on the night. Pussy Galore might be on fire one night. You know what I mean? You just kind of look and see which one is kind of on fire that night. And a lot of it depends on what they think of you. On fire is relative, right? If they're on fire for you, you go in, right? And again, they might have tricked you. So just don't expect too much. You're not it's what I'm giving you is many years. I'm not expecting anything. I just go. I always have a pretty good time. I take my friends. It's always exciting because there's a lot of people around, a lot of excitement, a lot of craziness. And we started at 6:30, and so now 6:37, depending on the sun. And then I hit the second one, like maybe 7:15, and the next one at 9. And then basically you've had a blast, and it's like 10 o'clock, and you go home. And you totally had a great time. And you didn't stay out, because past 10, I'm not a big fan of past 10 in Thailand, because that's when kind of things turn bad. That's when people start getting drunk, foreigners start acting like idiots. You see Indian guys fighting here in Pattaya. You know, like, you don't want to be kind of around. That's another thing about Thailand. You get kind of sucked into things. One time I was in a bar area late on Koh Samui, and there was a big fight. All these Thais all fought, and I was right in the middle of where they ran through me to get to the fight. And like somebody punched me in the face as they came by. They didn't mean to, but they were trying to punch somebody else. I was right there, so I got punched. It was a pretty good punch too. I was like, fuck. I was like, man, this is a real fight.
This guy must practice Muay Thai.
Yeah. These guys were not fucking around. They were pissed. Yeah, but they weren't pissed at me. So, you know, it was like a Thai thing, you know. So, like, you kind of like, this is just my own personal thing. I don't want to be at the mercy of some ridiculously stupid drunken situation. Like, that's where things turn bad. That's where things get broken. That's where eyes get damaged. That's where guys get in trouble. It's where the cops come. It's where it's not like it's dangerous. Don't get me wrong. You can go out every night here. If you're like a late night guy, you're going to be like, what are you talking about, Ronin? You know, you can definitely manage it. It's not a dangerous place. You can go out till 3 a.m. every night if that's your thing. But a lot of guys, it's not their thing. That's what a lot of guys will go out till 3 a.m. They think all their friends are into it. A lot of guys, once they see my way of having fun early and then just getting out of there, a lot of guys choose my way because they actually just did it because of peer pressure. So if you're the guy who loves going out late at night, then take all this advice. It all works, but then find the late night crowd. And then there's going to be, I should say that, for late night guys, there's like, you're going to want 5 bars to go to. So there's the 3 a.m. bar where you take the girl home from there. There's the 1:30, 1 o'clock a.m. to get bar. It's a different scene when you're going out to clubs. It's not 15 minutes. There's a club scene, and I think there's a video called The Best 5 Bars, or there's the 5 bars to go, or like a full night out 5 bars, something like that. Look for it, and that'll tell you where to go, what time. Just follow that advice. That was very good advice from the guy whoever made that video, and that'll get you like the late night scene, and then you'll end up with generally the late night guys. Again, it's not dangerous, but for me, like, I've just seen things I don't want to see. I saw like a bunch of Thais beat up a girl once. Like, it just was ugly. I didn't like it. I'm sure she did something to deserve it, but it was just like not pleasant for me. I'm totally sober. I don't like seeing that. I don't enjoy just being around things like that.
You don't need to be out so late to have a good time.
Yeah,
with girls.
that's
like,
the other thing. Is like that you can like fucking nail things early here, and there's plenty of like regular girls, college girls, and they live at home. They'll meet you early. Like, you don't have to, like, it's not a Thai thing to stay out late, really. Not really, you know.
You know, it can be really fun, and you can get, you know, a good girl there, but you also want to think, like, some of the best girls aren't going to be out so late, you know. So it's, you know, if you want to do it, you want to try to have the experience, definitely enjoy it, but my experience has been that you meet some of the better quality ones, you know, during the day game, basically.
Now, I just add this as my last thing. If you're a guy who clubs and you like pickup in Pattaya, you want to find the best series of bars to go to. You'll see the same guys. You can talk to them. They're just like you. You'll share information. And then, I forgot the name of the bar, but there's one bar. It's not far from Walking Street. And then that's the 3 a.m. bar. And then the clubbing girls, they don't want to go home with anybody before that bar. So if you try to pick them up at the other bars, they're going to blow you off. But once they're there, they're ready to go home with somebody. So, like, they want to club all night. Like, these are regular girls, or they're night off or whatever. They just want to club all night, and then they maybe want to go home with a guy at night.
So could you sleep from, like,
that's what
10 to 2 a.m.
That's what Mike does.
Then go to the 3 a.m.
That's what my friend does. That's what my friend does. Just to shortcut the whole thing. He goes to sleep.
I didn't see it last week. I was totally there.
And then
he dancing with you and your friends.
And then he fucking gets up at like 1:30, gets all fucking, shaved up perfectly, gets his cologne on, and then he goes to the 3 a.m., gets him, take her home, and then he fucking fucks him,
Okay, that's pretty good.
For free, yeah. Good. So there is different scenes, and it's good. It is good to know. It is good to know. And if you guys have any other scenes that like, put them in the comment section. Like, I'd love to hear. I always want to learn more. Like, you might think I got my rules. I love this. Oh no, there's a lot of stuff I'm always like open to hearing, like new things and new situations. I might have jet lag one day and be up at 3 a.m, right? So if I'm up at 3 a.m, and it's like I know there's a scene, I'm gonna fucking go over there, right? Why the fuck not? I can't sleep, right? I'm gonna fucking walk over there, see what's going, see, get a feeling of this vibe, see if I see anybody I like, right? So yeah, keep an open mind. Be ready for those exceptions. Enjoy yourself. Realize that you are like 40% of the party. Maybe the ties are 60%, but you're 40%. And have fun, man. It's way fun here. You know what I mean? It's way fun here. All right. Thanks for listening. And any questions, put them in the box.